one.
Your last
I've got my own
one.
question.
Actually, you're running away.
Would you rather have a whirlwind romance that sweeps you off your feet?
If I have an idea and she has an idea and we have to collaborate, we'll always have different visions.
Right.
So like, how does it work like between you two?
You've been ghosted, eh?
Yes. Yes, it's terrible.
Yep.
Jeez.
I think when you look at South African subtitles, let's talk about subtitles.
Yeah, let's talk
Since we wanna
about
talk
it.
about subtitles.
Please,
Let's talk about
because
subtitles.
honestly,
No. That's actually quite nice. Slow panning. Hey.
Yeah, it's like Zola and... Hey!
Jungle, every fail is a way that I built my muscle. Every maze got ways, gotta see this puzzle. Break the forming and paint the sonnets that's super foreign. Like Asian hornets coming and swarming, defeat the common. Christ excellence inside my DNA, divine elegance, resonant blessedness that hit the way. Peace be.
What up, guys? Welcome to the last one where we have like our directors and writers of the beautiful film. Like I said, the theme today is what? A scam called love. And the name of the directors is
Carla Fonseca Mokata.
And Tato Mokata.
Co-host House Fuck Love.
Okay, let me start off with the first question. I know you guys this is not the first film that you have worked on together. What were some of the challenges that you faced in this particular one?
It's been a very special project. It's taken quite a while to do. It's been a big project. I wouldn't say specific challenges, but we did have our firstborn baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a month after we finished shooting. So it was hectic.
And then we went into post-production while having a baby. So it was very challenging. So 2 babies, basically. A film baby and a real baby, you know. So that was, the only real challenge. But otherwise, it was quite a good production. Yeah.
So like, how was like the experience of like you guys like working together like to write like something which is common? Because one thing I've learned as a writer, we are also writers upcoming. If I have an idea and she has an idea and we have to collaborate, we'll always have different visions.
Right.
So like, how does it work like between you two when like someone thinks like maybe this way or maybe this way?
Yeah, and I think it's like that, you know. We have 2 different brains, and we're constantly coming up with different ideas. But the way we wrote the script was to assign different scenes to one another, and then we'd swap. So I would write a number of scenes, he would write a number of scenes, and we'd swap, and I'd edit his, and he'd edit mine. And
So
then
that all of my scenes are her scenes, all of her scenes are my scenes.
slowly the brains start to merge and become one idea, and that's how it worked.
That's such a tough course.
We struggle with that quite a bit.
Yeah, we still like kind of like filter in because like the fact that like it's more like you're writing 2 scripts and then now you exchange to make it 1 script. It looks like
No, it's definitely not writing 2 scripts.
No.
think
What
if
I
it
mean,
was
what
2
I mean
scripts-
is, if you've got the outline of the script and you're like, okay, these are the 10 scenes. Then you just say, you're gonna take 1, 3, 5, and 7. She's gonna take 2, 4, 6, and then after that, then you just reswap them.
But you do have to agree on an outline.
Okay.
You know already what those scenes are going to be.
Yes.
So then that person is filling in that, and then you are then re-editing based on your view and how you want it to be. And then eventually it should feel like both of you.
Yeah, we know the person has to cross the road, stop here, and they have to end up here. So I have this part, and then
to figure out
he
how.
has to figure out the rest, and then we swap, and then something happens.
And obviously, like she says, naturally, because it's 2 people, there'll be conflict.
Yes.
Yeah,
Or not conflict, but conflicting views.
Yeah.
And that's part of the game. Then you
Yeah.
just thresh it out.
and something that they love to say is "kill your darlings," which is a terrible term. But it just means that some things you have to not be precious about. You know, I might have an idea that I'm like, no, this is, but in order for that to make sense, that has to go. And so it is
It is an exercise about ego.
yes.
And like when you're saying kill your darlings, it's about killing things that you may think on a level are good.
but aren't good for the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another thing which I noticed like when I was watching was that like there were scenes where like we have to translate. So for example, there was a word used like zimtos. I don't remember what was the word like in Xhosa. Was it Xhosa? And then the Julian had to change it and then say zimtos. Like is it him coming with this and then or is it coming from you as writers and
It's on the
director?
airplane. What is it?
Zimtos. I feel like the brother had said something in Xhosa
I also
and he
forgot
didn't
that one.
get it and
I
then he
just
said
remember
zimtos.
Babu.
He's
Babu.
saying
Yes, even the babuti, like yes.
but booty, no, some of those little things when Julian's talking, that's him spontaneously acting.
Wow.
But something like babooty, that's in the
We
script.
wrote.
Oh,
Yeah.
So we had to cook and to find the
Or
best
sawubona,
babooty.
or-
You know, because we had to get a chef to make the babooty for the babooty scene. So babooty was in the
Babooty.
plan.
It was very interesting
For the
because I
people
feel
who
like I
don't know what
fell in love
babooty
more with
is.
like those terms. Every
Yeah,
time there
yeah.
was something and then Julian said something like, I'm like this is very interesting.
Yeah.
No, Julian was funny because he was always just adding his own spice.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. The
yeah.
actor Toby, he it was great to have him because he enjoyed being in South Africa for the first time, hearing new languages, and you'd hear him, repeat. And I mean, if
He
we're
was
on the
having
phone
fun.
now, he'd be like, "Chomi," you know. So yeah, it was interesting.
So like
That was him having fun.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
No, interesting. So like how is it like on set? Like now you have to lead the whole crew after like writing this beautiful piece. Like how is it like working like with everyone like individual?
Different personalities, so different, different attention, different personalities. But really, the crew, we had an outstanding crew, and the actors as well. Fortunately, there are two of us, so we can split the duties. But yeah, different personalities, and as a director, you're directing the film, but you're also managing people's feelings, expectations, and so on. And it's really just to make sure that everybody is comfortable, everybody's happy, and the energy is good. Something that we always stressed was that on set, because it's a comedy, people must feel good. It must be a good vibe because we want to be able to laugh. We want the actors to feel comfortable to be able to joke and be silly. But if they're not comfortable, they'll just do their work and go, So, yeah.
Okay, so I have a question just back to the writing. So I'd read that this is your first comedy that you've written. So I'm just interested to know how challenging that was for you since it was your first one. As well as when watching the film, it wasn't like a comedy that I have seen in South Africa before. Just how interestingly, the perspective that you took and all of that. So I'm interested to know, like, what were the challenges there having your first comedy, writing your first comedy?
I'd say interesting when you were talking, I was thinking about something else. The first film that we did, we shot it in Burkina Faso in 2017. And that was such a wild, crazy experience. But that film had some comedic scenes, like the horse race thing with Suleiman slapping the guy. So it's not our first experience in wanting to do something comedy. But I think that's the point, that as much as that was a drama with those comedic scenes, this is a comedy with really a dramatic and thriller aspects that we wanted to bring in. So I think it's just about bringing the sensibility of wanting to do genuinely funny stuff. And with the old film that was so serious and such a deep theme, we still had an instinct to want to bring some humor and life.
No. I have to be honest, I was very nervous because I love drama, I love emotion, I love thriller, so it was very daunting to
She had
write.
said she'd never do a comedy.
I had said before this, I'd never do a comedy. I enjoyed it so much. I've never laughed through a process from the beginning right till the end, which is quite therapeutic. Maybe I'll do it even just for therapy. It was fun.
I can imagine that doing really serious films can also in the same way depress you.
Totally.
Right.
Totally. Yeah.
Another question that I had was in terms of your choices. So let me speak on music first because I know you are a musician. So just the music that you chose in the film was just enhanced the story so much. So what was behind your music choices?
I worked as musical director on the film, and working from the writing to musical directing, it's obviously just to enhance those feelings. Like if we say that we want to create this nuanced comedy that has thriller aspects, then we can't make like silly boom 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 boom.
Yeah.
It needs to feel this sophisticated thriller, moody thing. So just to find a way to bring ATL hip hop to show Julian and where he's from, Mzansi with the thriller, the drama, the romance.
Sorry, I just also want
So
to
a
say,
way
and
to
to
combine
not,
all this.
and to not be cheap about it, to not get like polyphonic ringtone music. To really, fortunately, we have a master of music, so we were able to source music, but then also he was able to create music that didn't sound like we were desperate to just put some sound on here, slap some sound on here, because sound is one of the main characters in a film. If that's broken, then the whole thing, it can be the exact same film, but it will be completely different or broken. Yeah.
In terms of collaboration, like I really love like most of the scenes, like the look, the feel, makeup. For example, we were just talking about the scene of the time where she got like the food poisoning, something,
Yeah, the allergic
and
reaction on
then
the face and the special
yes, like
effects. Yeah.
I wanna know, in terms of collaboration, like as directors, are you the ones who come to like, I wanna see this, or maybe you just come and explain to the CDS people or the PDOK, I want this scene to feel like this and this and this and this.
We
and then,
were very,
Involved.
very, very specific to the point where everything had its sheet, everything had its briefing document, every department had their briefing document, and every element in every scene had its briefing page.
We
So
wanted to
we were
see
very
the prosthetic makeup done weeks before we shot it, to make sure that it looks real. We don't want people to think that it's for a second that it's not real.
I wanted to say that. Our team, we worked with some of the best people in the field, absolutely. So the big thing is to be able to trust them, to like bow down at their
Yeah.
feet,
Yeah,
and
amazing.
to be able to say what we want, and then to be able to hand it over and say like, I know that you're the genius who can bring this to life.
Yeah.
On makeup, we worked with
Queen.
Carla had Meto working on Shaka. So doing this was
Yeah, she's
very beautiful.
exceptional.
beautiful. Of course, do you have more
Yeah,
questions?
just two more questions. So you could obviously tell that you guys were very involved in the whole creation of the film. Like it's just clear. Like I don't know how to say it.
They are
It's
the
just, it's just
creators.
clear that you can see that you guys were really involved. So I have a question about. I think it's the scene where they enter the house and there's sort of the stairs where we look up and we can see the clouds, and then again. From the top,
from the
yes.
top, and then we
So
see from
yeah,
the
so that was introduced, and I think I missed like the importance of that shot because it was there. Can you just walk me through that choice? Because I feel like it was really, really important. I must have missed that just watching it the first time.
I think an aspect of it is about Julian getting lost in this,
And it was this scene
Okay,
where it
was
was
okay.
like,
in this spiral and this drama, this unwinding scam, this scheme,
Okay.
Yeah.
beautiful.
And to show that, we're going now. Now we're going into the lies deep in
Okay. Okay.
That
And
was
that's love.
beautiful.
That's love.
Okay.
Really. Anyway.
I can see she's blown.
Yeah,
that was
'cause
so
I'm like,
beautiful,
oh,
and
okay,
we
I
didn't
get it
think
now.
of it in that way. But
Yeah.
now when we reflect and look back, I'm like, actually, this was a time where Julian was living something had happened
Yeah.
and he had to leave and meet with Uncle Bay or something. So like, yeah, that was very beautiful. You can take your last
And I
one.
think the last one is just the subtitles, the color and the font that you guys chose. Why that? Also the VCR as well. Just shooting it like that. I just thought like it was such a full circle moment, but I just want to get from the directors, the writers, why those choices.
His camera, that idea was inspired by a friend of mine. A friend of
Yeah.
mine, he's an American
Shaman.
guy, and he's kind of like a collector of things, but in his way, he's eccentric. And I wanted to bring that out of Julian, this guy who's clearly not South African and is from, yeah, like when I see my friend Shaman, he's not South African, he comes here, but he's like from another planet. When he walks around with his camera, it's like, what are you doing? We're like in Jersey Central, what are you doing with your camera? So someone who's got that attached was a big...
To pay tribute to different kinds of footage, footage that, different kinds of footage. I don't know about the subtitles.
What do you mean?
Subtitles,
Like
I think,
the-
yellow.
Yeah, why the yellow? Yes, the font. Yes, why the
thing
yellow?
was just, I think, when you look at South African subtitles, let's talk about subtitles.
Yeah, let's talk
Since you wanna
about
talk
it.
about subtitles,
please,
let's talk about
because
subtitles.
honestly,
No. Some people have, I don't know, coming from a design background,
It's an art
it's also
form.
about,
It's an art
what the size is, what the color is, what the font is going to be.
it's an art form, and it's also, I think, disrespected. Some people think, we don't really have to give the right translations,
Right.
but it's there for a deaf audience. It's there for people who don't understand,
With
who
our
are
baby now,
constantly,
we
who-
can't watch loud TV, so we rely on subtitles. as
a
well.
lot of the
Oh,
time.
wow, okay.
And it forms part of the picture. So if the subtitles look whack or they're not really giving the right translations, it breaks the picture. But if it's incorporated into, if it's respected as an art form, then it just makes sense. Then you don't notice it. It's almost like you're reading, you don't really notice it.
It's part
If
of
that
a
makes
beautiful
sense.
picture. And
Yeah.
You can always screen grab, and it should
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, it really looked really aesthetically pleasing.
Oh,
like I was, it just matched with the whole look and feel of
Color
the
wise, we
film.
were trying to go
Thank
green, red, yellow throughout the
The
film.
font.
So,
Also some yellow. Most of the time it was yellowish.
or the car that Oluse drives, or
The
the
red car.
Julian's outfit,
okay,
or what
okay.
Zola's wearing at the beginning. So the subtitles are to form part of that trio.
Wow, that was a lot of thought put in there.
Yeah.
Firstly, I just want to say, like, there's so many things I appreciate about the film. Like, I think from the platform and, like, who we are, from just the conversation we normally have, it's the thing of, like, South African comedy tends to be more, or, like, we never had, for the past few years, we never had, like, comedy that's, like, really funny. Like, I think from the get-go, I appreciated the film from, like, the moment it started. I was like, okay, cool, this is so nice. And like so many choices. I had someone say that as a filmmaker, you're like a surgeon, you basically have to be like detailed through everything. And I feel like I saw that throughout the whole entire film. And like she said, the VCR, like it felt like I was part of the road trip.
The moment.
Those things, it felt like I was
There.
actually taking that, and it's like, okay, cool, this is so nice. The detailing in terms of location was really like, it made the story feel so wholesome. The colors, the warmth throughout is like, I was like, okay, this is what I've always wanted to see in terms of South African production right now. And my question is, in terms of
Thank you.
blending South African culture and American, you guys did it so wonderfully that the accents are not over exaggerated. Like I've watched so many things where if it's supposed to relate to an outer audience, it has to, have to sound American, but they had the blend of American and still South African. So we had questions with the actors, and they said, like they appreciated the fact that, we kept the South African authenticness and everything throughout. So I was like, this is such a great film. And they know, sometimes I get bored watching stuff, I'm like, bro, but this was nice from the first.
Yeah, I didn't complain this time.
That was the first.
That was the first time.
South
Yeah.
South African media market is very savvy,
Yeah.
and for us, we knew that we're gonna get chowed. If we come
If we don't do
lacking,
it
we're
properly,
gonna
yeah,
get
we're
chowed.
gonna get hiding.
Like the first
So-
step now, you saying that you guys took time to then with the makeup, like you know, in most states, like if you have a pregnancy scene, they just put up anything like to say, yeah, she's pregnant, you get it.
No.
But I appreciate the film, like from the legend creation, the shots, we doing experimental things at school now. Like I was like, I wanted to do something like that, like we jumping into it could have literally been simple, but the way you guys told it was so amazing, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is
Thank you
what
so
we
much.
want for South African film. And as we sitting here, these are conversations we normally have, and like the detailing is so important. And as your directors, you guys paid attention to them. That's really
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can I just add how you shot the
Thank you.
conversations was so amazing, because it just felt so like you were involved as well. It was free flowing. It wasn't like that person speaking, the camera's
That
there.
was the big challenge for
Yeah.
us because it's such an ensemble cast.
Right.
So in planning, that was really the tricky thing.
like there's no mistake. We're like continue to as
Yeah.
if there was okay, maybe
Oh.
we were just like
Yeah. It's got a sauce.
Yeah, I think as lovers of cinema, you can only strive to do something that you really love and appreciate. But we're still learning. You know, we've made something that we're very proud of, but we are still learning.
But I think the
And,
important thing is intention. That everything they've
yeah,
mentioned
So
was
that's
things
what
that we
I was gonna say. Yeah, it was
tried to.
Ah,
it's
beautiful.
very intentional.
No, no, sorry. Continue. Jason.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. We're still learning, but everything was very intentional, and it sounds so good to hear that you saw that.
And
So
when we
thank
say intentional, not just as in this is what we thought of and this is what we wanted, but as in research.
Yeah.
The conversation and how to crack the conversations was a lot of work.
I can
And
imagine.
watching
It
a
just
lot of
looked too natural.
references
I
and trying
said,
to figure it out.
yeah, it was really done well.
Ah, that was so beautiful. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I'm getting a girlfriend with it.
Oh, really? We love that.
I was shooting a question, or are we going to the game? Because we have a small game for.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
wondering what that box was.
Yeah, you know, we're
Looking at
trying.
it.
We
I
no,
love it.
So we are
no
the
budget games.
we are the
Thanks
healing
also.
we are the healing podcast.
Yes.
So we always bring something just
I
to.
love that.
So you just pick a little paper, then you read it out. So it's based on your film. A scam called Love. Oh, okay.
Ah,
You can
keep-
grab
You
one.
can keep it.
Okay, so you're gonna read it out. We don't know what game it is. We also haven't.
Romance dilemmas.
Okay, so you'll read it out for us.
Would you rather have a fake marriage that turns into real love, or a real marriage that loses its spark over time? Obviously, a fake marriage that turns into.
Yeah, jeez.
Okay, next one.
Would you rather have to navigate a complicated family dynamic to be with the one you love, or face opposition from your own family for being with someone they don't approve of? That's a tough one. Your family. Nah, it's better to deal with their bullshit than bullshit
Yeah.
at home. Yeah. It's better their family dynamics than.
Yeah, that's
The
the
third
last
one?
one.
Your last-
I've got my
last
own
one.
question.
Actually, you're running away.
Would you rather have a whirlwind romance that sweeps you off your feet, or a slow burning love that develops over time? Damn, that sounds nice. Yeah. That sounds actually quite nice. Slow burning. Hey.
Yeah, you.
Slow burning.
It's like Zola and Juliet.
I like slow burning. Yeah. That sounds
Slow burn.
Yeah. Slow
All right.
Let it burn.
Let's
Okay.
come decide.
Maria, a non-US citizen, marries Yuan, a US citizen, after being stranded in the US due to a visa issue. Yuan provides Maria with a safe haven and they develop feelings for each other. Scam or not scam?
Ooh.
For how long? For how long has Maria been with this guy?
No.
Scam or no scam? Yeah, time is no measure of intensity. Love is love. And you can fall in love with somebody in an instant, or you could be with somebody for years and just not have anything. So I don't know, this visa issue, it's so complicated, especially with Americans, because everybody's trying to get a green card. But
We watched a lot
What
of 40
kind
Day
of-
Fiance.
yeah, we watched a
90
lot
Day.
of 90 Day, we did. It depends, but maybe not a scam. Maybe not a scam. Maybe a scam.
This question
Listen,
always
if you
tricks
ask me,
everyone.
I'll tell you it's a scam, but it depends.
With friends of yours who've been in similar situations, has it been
I
a
say
scam? Because you've got a
no.
couple of friends who've been in that situation.
Couple.
Scared.
Scam.
No, let's bring another one this
Oh
time.
my goodness.
Another one, yes.
Another one.
So we've had so many different answers to that
Okay.
question.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll pop this one back. No, I should keep this one. True or
Souvenir.
false? Ghosting is a sign of respect and gives the other person peace. False. False. It's the biggest sign of disrespect, and it gives the other person zero peace or space.
You've been ghosted, eh?
Yes. Yes, it's terrible.
Yep.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Oh my. Valentine's Day is the day when people are more likely to be honest and open in their relationships. Lies.
I wouldn't know.
I don't believe. Also, I don't. I don't believe in Valentine's Day. I don't have any problem with it. I just think that it is it's a capitalist money thing, and I don't feel like people should be put under pressure to gift somebody who they love and probably give to in many different ways every day. I think especially people who are maybe not financially stable, and there's so much pressure put on relationships during this time when other people are making money off of their. Yeah, I just don't.
The nice thing about it though is that it gives unromantic people
An
a
opportunity
gap
to
show
yes, of
the
course.
chocolate.
Yeah, because even a
One
chocolate.
chocolate.
No,
One
but-
chocolate.
but-
A young PS.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
No.
You can't see, Father.
Hey.
That's what the interviews got better.
Okay, well, you heard it here first, guys. Don't put pressure for Valentine's Day for our age mates. It's fine. Don't let the capitalist system ruin you. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm Kay. This is Refumo. These are our directors.
Hey.
Love one another every day.
Please say something about Mzansi Scope.
Big shout out to Mzansi Scope. I'm Ntato Mokhata from the director and writer of A Scam Called Love.
I'm Carla Fonseca Mokhata, and please like and subscribe.
All right, so as we close off, we like to do a little thing for our scopers.
Oh, yeah?
So we'll ask you guys to join in.
Oh,
so
yeah.
normally we'll go, guys, that's it from us. Scoop. For the scopers. Yeah, like a scoop. But now, since it's a scam called love, we're gonna go scam.
Gaming out.
Yeah, scamming us. So in 3, 2, 1, scam! Thank you so much.
I'll stop at the grave. Now I'm on a wave. Focus on brave. Walk like a slave. Tripping and falling, but I stand all day. Sipping while plotting how I walk my way. Back to the hustle. Never gonna crumble.